I hope you guys come back and watch the full one because I don't know what happened. Okay, I'm gonna give you the Google definition of clutter. Clutter is a confused um, multitude of objects, items, or even information that is disorganized, unnecessary, and excessive, leading to a state of disorder and creating feelings of overwhelm and stress. Beyond a messy physical space, clutter can also refer to a disorganized and confusing collection in information or a speech disorder where words are spoken in disorganized sprouts. That's me, huh? I got clutter talking. Anyway, clutter refers to too many possessions in a disorganized state that accumulates and make it difficult to enjoy living space, find needed items, and purchase and pursue hobbies. It can cause feelings of overwhelmed stress, difficulties locating items, making it hard to relax and find necessary items. Clutter. Clutter is, as I said, also describes a large amount of confusing information. Isn't that something? Clutter. And I hope you guys come back. And I want to talk about that because being here, being on vacation um, from school, my first 6 weeks was spent with my mom. We've been down south for like 3 weeks, and I brought my mom back to New Jersey, and she spent time with my sister and I, and our children and grandchildren. So all that time was spent with them. So I said, okay, now I took her back down south. Okay, it's time to like really like deep clean my house. Boy, boy, oh boy, we find things, and I'm talking about my house being cluttered, but I'm also talking about how our minds are cluttered with all of this stuff that's going on, especially like with the media, because I've distanced myself a little bit from dealing or coming on media so much because it's so much going on that is like weighing on your mind, weighing on my mind. You know, some things will start you to really worry and get upset and to really stress out. So that's clutter of information. Sometimes it's just too much. It is overwhelming. Relationships. You piling on and you keeping this relationship that needs to be thrown out to make room for what God has for you. He can't, as they say, God ain't gonna bless no mess, and a clutter is a mess. He's not gonna come in and change things and do things in your life if you're blocking it with all this unnecessary stuff that you're dealing with and doing in your life. Some of these things you need to discard. Clean it up. Know what you really need. Separate it. Reminds me of a closet. When you lose weight, when you gain weight, you got this side of the closet is big clothes, this side is small clothes, then you got the middle. If you're not gonna lose weight, get a small clothes to somebody. And if you're losing weight and you feel good about it, get rid of the big clothes. Don't keep them there. Unless you need a big dress to remind you don't want to go back. But other than that, it's time to move some of that stuff out of your way. It's time to move some of that stuff out of your life. It's time to declutter, and some things out of sight, out of mind. I look in the bottom of in the kitchen, open the cabinet. You know how many bags in the state of New Jersey you have to buy your grocery bags. Oh my. I got rid of so many and still have a lot down there because we just take stuff and just stick it somewhere. Just throw it here, throw it there, close the door. And meanwhile, it's piling up. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And they said clutter is a step from hoarding. And hoarders a lot of times, they don't get rid of anything. Trying to go in their house and maneuver yourself around and find the couch is a task all by itself. So you're getting close to hoarding things in your life that you need to declutter. We're getting ready to clutter up our feelings, clutter up our minds, clutter up our hearts, clutter up our relationships. It's okay to get rid of some of this stuff. It's okay to discard some of the stuff that you don't need anymore. because that's all it is. Forgotten items, forgotten things. That's why you go and buy something over again because you saw it somewhere, yeah, in that clutter. So you go and buy another one. You look at if once you clean stuff out, you look at you got two and three of the same thing because you're putting it back and you're closing the door and you're forgetting about it. Meanwhile, it's piling up. Meanwhile, it's getting more and more and more. Declutter your mind, declutter your heart, declutter your spirit, declutter your soul. Clean that stuff up. Get it out of there. If it does you, if it's not doing you any good, if it's hindering you for doing the things you need to do, if it's just making a mess, get rid of it. Some areas of my house are so clean, that's scary. I'm like, shoot, you were so busy. I had a lamp. I don't know why I had this lamp in this area for months. You look at, once you clean this stuff, you look at these areas that are clean now that you can add different stuff or new things to. Because now you got rid of that old stuff that did you no good. You've gotten rid of that old stuff that has hindered you, that has held you back, that make you think that it's okay. That's why they say clutter is confusing and overwhelming. Those things are put here to keep us discouraged or keep us in a confused state of mind. Clear the clutter. If you don't need it anymore, get rid of it. What you holding on to it for? Be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need this. When? I'm gonna need that for what? Can't even close your drawers. I tease my mom, she's gonna kill me. I tease my mom about her shirt. She has, we separate, shirts, blouses, whatever, pants. And she has this drawer that she has all these shirts in. Some of these shirts are brand new. I said, Mom, these shirts are brand new. She said, oh, I'm gonna wear them. See, what we do is we do our laundry. We fold the clothes and we put them right back on top. So the stuff underneath never gets used. And that's what clutter is. You keep it cluttered up. If you move it out the way, you'll see the new stuff or you'll see the other things that you can use or that you need or that's better. All right? So clean it out the way, Coming on this morning before they start with the drilling and the nailing and stuff. That's why another reason why I haven't been coming on. Construction is going on in my complex. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Keep subscribing, keep coming on, keep liking. And I have no idea what happened to that 15-second video. I don't know. But just thank you for joining me today. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle, and I'm on the right road now. Y'all have a blessed day now. You hear? God bless.